I see you shaking that little booty. Wanna eat you up like a bowl of tutti fruities. Twelve solo, love my girl tall as a Wookie. Love it when they think of the ball. Let me see the bouncing boobies. All I wanna do, see you shake it, making that music that get you bucking naked. That's bouncing all around, booty moving up and down, like it when they hit the ground. Clap, clap, I love that sound. Yeah, my name's Twan, here from the dirty, the city that's known for burning birdies. Twan, how you smoking? It's only 7:30, calling it brunch, cause I like to get fucking early. Try to make the panty drop of music for all the girlies. Give me a trick to make me dumb, saying you're so pretty, stacked up like a rocket chip, so you know that you're sturdy. Hit it from the base, you got about a lot 30-30. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Did you think I'd come up in here with that weak shit? Deem the dope like I made of this quick. Keep on shaking like that, have to make your mouth main chick. Did you get the memo? Out here looking for a bad bitch, making a flip, had to dip, turned it that. I with the shit, loving them thick, hit them strip, all around the love my dick, lighting a stick, taking a trip, blast them off to my ship. Got the drip like I'm sick, I'm a Big James bitch. Yeah, my name's Twan, here from the dirty, the city that's known from burning birdies. Twan, how you smoking? It's only 7:30, calling it brunch, cause I like to get fucking early. Try to make the panty drop of music for all the girlies. Give me a chick to make me dumb, saying you're so pretty, stacked up like a rocket chip, so you know that's just dirty. Hit it from the base, you got a body like Fergie. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. Songs about like a Hot Wheels track, so cute, you won't leave me like a snapback. In the game of hip hop, I see you in the tube top. I came in here.
Mental health tips. What are some other mental health? Eat things that make your colon feel good. Like if your colon doesn't feel right, then the rest of your body will just die on you, and you'll just be a living, breathing death colon. You don't want that. Unless colon farts, I've heard, are really good for the soul. I've heard that is a book somewhere. Check it out. Colon farts are good for the soul.
Welcome to Fart Talk with Ricky
and Lex. Yo, what up? Welcome to Fart Talk. It's your girl Lex and it's your boy over here. Oh, Ricky's not here. I mean, are you surprised? I actually kicked him off the show. No, I'm just kidding. Ricky couldn't be here because he's a Devo, and honestly, I didn't even tell him that I was recording this episode without him, so we'll see what happens when he finds out. But I have an amazing returning guest today. She's a very good friend of mine. Please give it up for Estela the Bella.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What is up?
I wish I had a loaded one. I wish I had one ready.
Dude,
Cocked and ready to go.
I actually let one out when I was like doing my makeup, getting ready for this, and it was like not, it was silent and it was deadly, but it was like it was a loud silent, you know?
Yeah, I have those. I have those. And I'm like, did I engage in anal one too many times? Should it be that breezy?
How many times is one too many?
Twice. So clearly one time was one too many.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta go.
So you sound like me, just not into it.
I'm not into it. I'm not a fan. I prefer that to be an exit.
Yeah.
Rather than an entrance.
Yeah, I agree.
Not a fan.
Honestly, I usually don't jump into this so quickly, but I feel like it's the perfect segue. I wanted to go over our vocab of the week.
Let's do it.
All right, today's fart phrase of the day is barking spider.
Ew. When I don't wax, I feel like I can call my asshole the barking spider.
You won on that one. I had to turn my soundboard up a little bit. You know, I honestly, I really tried to write for this. I was trying to like be more prepared with some of these fart phrases because they're getting more difficult.
They
They're
are.
getting,
Even that one was hard.
yeah, they're getting more difficult. And so, like, the only thing I was thinking was like, have you ever been laying in your bed and you roll over and all of a sudden you see a barking spider and you just realize it was your cat's asshole?
Hey.
I tried.
I stand by it. Cats don't fart.
Yeah, cats do not fart.
I've had cats my entire life, and I know there's going to be people, in your comments saying bullshit, but I've had them my entire life. Not once have I ever had one of my cats ever fart. I've never heard it. I've never smelt it. Nothing. And cats frequently put their assholes in your face.
Yeah, they do. Like
They
they're
do.
definitely releasing some sort of pheromone, but like we don't smell it.
No.
You
They
know?
don't fucking fart. I don't care who says they do. They don't.
I feel like when we had this discussion before on previous episodes that there was only a couple dudes that were like, nah,
I
cats
feel
don't
like
fart.
they're just blaming it on their cats.
Because they don't have a dog.
Yeah. That's what I think's happening. I think these people are just not owning their farts. They're not comfortable with it.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. So tell me what's up. Have you been gassy lately?
I've actually been extremely gassy lately. I've changed my diet recently. I have oatmeal every morning with flax seeds and protein powder.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
I saw on your IG that you made this like special like drink.
Yeah, well, okay, so that doesn't actually make me gassy. I drink athletic greens every morning. That's like my multivitamin. That's how I get my greens, my mushroom complex, my probiotics, like all the good stuff. Every morning I have athletic greens. But now, because a bitch is getting thick, I have to like change it up, right? And so every morning I'm having oatmeal with flax seeds and protein powder. And that gets me started for the day. That starts to, the stomach starts to look slightly pregnant, because they're loading. They're uploading. They're ready. They're getting lined up just to start come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I really, really nail that one in with lunch, which has been rice with black beans. And a little bit of ground turkey, cilantro,
turkey farts,
and homemade cafe yum sauce, which is a lot of garbanzo beans.
First of all, okay, for those of you that don't know what cafe yum is, it's this it's like the original hippie cafe in the Pacific Northwest. Like every Real Food Daily in LA, like that was, that's the new kid on the block. Like Cafe Yum is the old school hippie vegan friendly vegetarian joint in the Pacific Northwest, and they make this amazing sauce called yum sauce. You can put it on anything.
Super good.
And have you had someone do a taste test yet?
I've done a taste test. My kids have done taste tests. It tastes exactly like it. I don't know how. I got it off the internet. Some lady made it, right? And hats off to people who can taste something and then try to figure out the recipe. Thank you for you. You guys exist in this world. So it's avocado oil, garbanzo beans, coconut milk, almonds, cilantro, oregano, curry powder, nutritional yeast, salt,
Secret
pepper.
ingredient in nutritional yeast.
And cilantro. Yeah. It's
Mhm.
so good. And it tastes exactly like it. I just make it like a tub of it and we use it for the week. But it is made with things like garbanzo beans on
And
top of the
spices.
beans that I eat. Yeah, curry powder.
Spicy farts.
Fuck me up.
Seasoned farts. Like
Yeah.
seventh wonders of the world farts.
Like, thank God I'm single farts. You know, like you don't want this. You're not ready for this chili.
I'm sure there's plenty of our viewers right now that are ready for your chili, Estela.
No. So on my other podcast that I do with my cousin called Biiitch, Guess What?
Ooh.
We
What?
were
What, bitch?
talking. Biiitch, guess what? We saw this thing, and I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on my page, but Megan Trainor was being interviewed, and it was a clip from The Daily Show with Trevor Noah,
Mhm.
and
Love him.
apparently she had 2 toilets installed in their bathroom, so her and her husband can shit together.
Like
And
side by
she
side.
said, yeah, and she said that they shit together twice, and they pee together all the time. And then it cut to Trevor Noah, and he's all white people. It's so funny, but I was like, I honestly, I don't think I could ever do that.
Like take a shit next to your man?
No. I don't
Yeah,
even
I
want him in the
couldn't.
same room. I don't want him in my
No.
bedroom while I'm in my bathroom shitting.
Yeah, I can't.
Go.
I'll fart. I fart in front of my man all the time, but I cannot. I'm like, no.
My ex, like, I think, you know that meme where that guy's sitting on a cliff and he's like, women fart? Like, he had just found out, like, women fart, and he's, like, sitting there, like, sad, like, on the cliff, like, because it's over, because now he's learned that women fart and poop. You've never seen it. I'll have to send it to you. It's
Okay.
funny. It's like dudes when they find out women fart and poop.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I've
it's
seen some
hilarious.
sketches like that
Yeah.
before, yeah.
So that was my ex. Like, I could not fart in front of him. We were together for 5 years,
Yeah.
and that's how weird he was about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was like
He
not
was just
with
like,
it.
lady, like, girls don't fart. Like, I was like, uh-huh. No, we
That's
don't.
awesome.
Not ever.
I don't think I've ever like not owned a fart. I've had a lot of farts blamed on me that were not mine, like amongst my family and friends, but because I'm the farter, but I've never like farted and been like, that wasn't, if like someone asked if it was me, I would have been like, I wouldn't have lied, you know?
Yeah.
I've definitely hid a fart and like not told anybody, but I'm just saying if
If you can get
I
away with
fart,
it,
if
why
there
not?
was 5 of us and I farted and you looked at me, Estella, and said, Lexa, did you fart? I'd be like, you know, I'd laugh.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't me, I'd be like, no. They were like, oh, you're smiling. You did it.
I would fart and then be like, to my kids, I'd be like, Gavin or Abby. And they're like, Mom, it was you. I'm like, no, moms don't fart. And they get all like, it was you.
I used to blame my farts on my daughter when she couldn't speak for herself yet.
Oh, for sure. You're like, dang, what did I feed this girl?
I know. Sorry, she's a little gassy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I've been really gassy lately. So I, had a visit up to the Pacific Northwest and
Mhm.
I was really, really gassy there. And I don't know if it's because like I did this like didn't eat meat for like almost 3 months. I go on and off with like, and it's not like,
I
oh,
do
like,
too.
yeah, it's not like, oh, like I love animals, but it's not like, oh, I can't stand. It's like when you've been programmed to eat something for so long, it's hard to, stay off of it for a really long time. But there's just
Mhm.
times where like I just don't want it. And
Mhm.
then, one day I might be like, kind of sounds good. And then like I'll
Yeah.
get on this kick where I start eating it more often.
Yeah.
So my farts have been like, ugh, like I don't even want to smell them.
Your system's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. What's all this animal shit?
I was not ready.
Yeah, but if you think about it, like if you're not to be like depressing about killing the animals, but like you're eating something that's dead, so
Mhm.
your farts are gonna smell like death, you know?
Yeah. When I was vegan for actually probably close to 3 years. And then I got really sick, and then I had to gain weight because I lost a shit ton of weight while being vegan. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
something that naturally happens. Your body starts to clean itself out. Embarrassing story side note, I was working at Fred Meyer. It's a
Why is
store
that
in Oregon.
embarrassing?
No, that's not embarrassing. What's embarrassing was
It's the
that
same as Kroger, right? Fred
yeah,
Meyer.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Ralph's.
Yeah.
So
Fries.
right. So I was working, and it was the first 3 weeks of veganism. You know, that's when your body's cleaning out, like it's cleaning up shop, everything. I picked up this heavy ass container, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with the muscle tone down there, but it seemed to not do its fucking job. And literally water came out of my asshole at work. At work, I was mortified
Drip, drip, drip.
because it's clear liquid, but it smelled like shit. It was terrible. And I was like, okay, I gotta go home. And when you try to explain that to your supervisor, you're like even more humiliated. And it's like working at the grocery store is like working at a bar or restaurant. Like everybody's gonna know your business once you tell one person. Like
Yeah.
there's no secrets, you know? So that happened. But I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 15 pounds in 3 weeks, like a lot of weight. And then I had gotten sick, and I started like incorporating poultry back into my diet because I needed to gain weight because I was down to like 115 pounds. Like I was tiny. And then I started doing that too because I was going to be going to Colombia with a guy that I hadn't like spent time with. And you know, you're traveling together. That's 10 days together. Like you can't.
And you
hold
guys have
your
never
shit.
had like an overnight thing before that?
No, never.
Oh, I've made that mistake before.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I started to prep my system by eating meats and things that because you don't know what you're gonna have access to food wise in another country.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to say that that's very real. Your system has to get used to those kinds of foods again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, you go back to doing the non-meat thing, doing or vegetarian vegan thing, and then your body's getting used to all the fiber and the proper nutrition, and then your body's, you know, eliminating everything. So you're gassy. And then when you're eating clean, then you have no gas.
I
So
know.
like, yeah. So then
Yeah.
so like when we were doing this show, I mean, we've been doing it for a year now. Like back in January when I was trying to do the 75 hard challenge, I was eating like super clean, and like my snack was like popcorn with coconut oil. Like
Yeah.
I could not fart.
Yeah.
And I was like, how am I going to keep this Patreon page alive if I cannot fart on here, you know?
Right.
By the way, if you're watching this and you like fart videos, please subscribe to my Patreon. There is a lot of bonus content on my Patreon. The link is patreon.com/fart talk. Yeah, baby. But yeah, so like, and lately I've been having a hard time getting like audible farts. Like I've been farting up a storm, but like not
Those
farts that
SBDs.
yeah. And so like I haven't been posting as often on my Patreon, and some of the guys that have been with me long term are like falling off, which is fine, whatever. I always, you know, like everyone that comes on, even if it's for a month, I completely support you guys. It's awesome because it helps me run my show and not have to come out of pocket. And you know, you guys are the ones that like the content. So I love I love all of you.
You
But
guys are the best.
so yeah, I'm like trying to, like, every time I feel a fart coming, I'm like, where's my phone? Because
Mhm.
I have to try to catch every fart and try to get one that's like pow,
Yeah, for sure. You
It's a
never
lot of
know.
pressure.
What if you're like in public? Do you just whip it out and record a fart in public? Or do you just chalk
I'm
that one up
not.
to a loss?
I checked that up to a loss because I just like, even though I have a show called Fart Talk, like I'm just not at the level where I want to be like proudly farting in public,
You're not gonna be at the restaurant, like, hold
Yeah.
on, pull your phone out and record you like farting right there. You like lift the leg.
Like I'll make a
Maybe
ton of
like
sketches like that, but I am a professional. I'm a professional
Yeah.
businesswoman and I have to hold up to some level of caliber.
Right. Makes sense.
So, I mean, I'm just now getting more comfortable with like telling people that I know from business about like, my passion projects.
Oh, I totally know what you mean. What's crazy though is me having my podcasts, like, ultimately is what got me my job that I'm doing now, my new job.
Hey,
Can
God
you
is
believe
good.
that? I was
Yeah.
worried because of the foot thing, because it's such a like, it's still like it's getting more and more mainstream and more accepted, but it's still not at the same
Yeah.
time. And I was like, fuck, they're gonna see. They wanted to see
Yeah, I
it.
remember you talking about
I
this.
was
Yeah.
like, shit, there goes this job. But I got it. So it was like, okay, cool. Like, it's good to be able to be yourself and do your thing without worrying of like any kind of consequences, retaliate. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
like the professional setting.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'm kind of going through the same thing right now because I've been in transition for about not a sexual transition, but I've been in a career transition for a little over a year now.
Mhm.
My goal was to work remotely first, and then now I want to try to work full time creatively. So I'm in the process of rebranding myself on my resume because like I've been
Mhm.
doing this stuff since I was like 19. Like I went to school for graphic design and digital arts and did radio when I was in college. And so like I've been doing this for a long time, and it's just I've only
Mhm.
been doing my other podcast for like 3 years or whatever. Um I'm seeing that these people are getting paid so much money to like
Mhm.
do what I do every day.
Right.
And I'm like, why have I not like, applied for that? And it's like I've been having like this imposter syndrome or whatever. So through like interviewing, this lady, like she just kind of like totally like lifted me up and helped me kind of identify myself. And I was showing her all my podcast stuff, and she's like, this is your portfolio, like make this your portfolio. And I started applying to like social media specialists like positions and content creator positions, and like I'm finally, I never got replies back to that like 6 months ago, but now that I actually like have that mindset that I can do it, like
Yeah.
I'm getting interviews now.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly how I feel because being like a producer of a podcast, right? There's so many different elements to it, and when you're a small podcast like we are, like, you do it all. So you
Yeah.
are your marketing director, you are doing your social media, all your stuff like that, plus all your business sides, plus the creative piece, coming up with your topics or your content and putting that on there and designing your things and creating like all those
It's
things.
literally a business. Yeah.
It is. And it sucked that literally up until right now, I wasn't able to put that on my resume for fear of not, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't go to college for this. Why would I put that on my resume? Even though I
Yeah.
fucking do it for the last, forever now. And like, seems like forever. It's only been a year and something, but like to build a channel from nothing to what we had it, like,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
why am I not Why don't I believe in myself enough? Like your post today, like I saw your shit. I posted it, right? By the way, I forgot to tag you.
Yeah.
I posted it.
I
But yeah.
I'll tell them real quick what I posted if I can remember exactly how I worded it.
I got you. I got you right now.
You got it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
something
guys.
that came in my head and I had to I had to
It's
say
pretty good. It's pretty profound.
it.
Says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but some of you are doing the work but not believing in yourself. Some of you believe in yourself but aren't doing the work. You have to do both to create the life you deserve. It's a practice. Keep going. That's that shit. That's true.
I said that shit.
She said that shit. You got a lot of 100s for that too. Replies.
Yeah, I did.
Not
Yeah,
even
man.
from me posting it.
Yeah. I've been life's been crazy. Life's been crazy, and you know, it's I've really enjoyed doing this show because like everyone gets a kick out of it, even people that never listened to it. Like I had this comedy show last night, and my friend was hosting it, and she, you know, talked about my, you know, my podcast before she brought me out. She's like, she has a podcast called Fart Talk, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
None
like
of us are mature enough for this shit.
yeah, none of us are. And so like, you know, I remember like about a year ago, like someone, no, maybe not a year ago, maybe like 8 months ago. I've had a couple people actually ask me on the show, like, you know, so like you're, you know, you're gonna be the fart girl now, you know, like are you okay with that? You know? And like the way that she said it, or he said it, whoever said it to me, it was just kind of like, oh, like, yeah, there are people that are gonna like look down on me or shake their head at me
Right.
because I'm doing this immature podcast or whatever. Yeah. But you know, like I care about the people that are going to laugh at that
Oh, for
because
sure.
yeah, I'm in touch with my inner child. There are some people that are repulsed by farts and they think it's so disgusting and foul and profane, but like the people that are still in touch with like their inner like child and like, you know, that can be a kid, like those are the people I want to fuck with, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Like, why would we even make space, time, energy for anything that isn't lining up with us? Like, okay, you can hate it all you want. Over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this over here. Yeah. Go that way.
I'll never forget. Okay, so for those of you listening that you know, this is the first time you've seen Estela, she has a podcast called Sidefriend Chronicles Pod, and they started doing like kind of this feet stuff as a joke, and then it got kind of exposed in the feet fetish community, and then their page started blowing up. So Estella had a foot cam where she would have a camera on her feet, and she would be like doing like foot play. Like first she has her right, and then she like slowly presses the shoe off the back of her heel and lets the angle for a while and teases them like that, and then she slowly takes off her socks. It's like it's a foot strip tease. It's crazy, and they blew up. I remember they were like 800 followers, and then the next time I checked, they're at like 1,800, and now like they're over 3,000. It's you know, it's crazy, and all for like, you know, entertaining that community, and they had a supporting from that community too. So yeah, I remember the day on your foot cam you had the marquee in the back, that little marquee board with the words, and it said hi haters right behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay,
Like,
so what had happened was there was this guy messaging me on Instagram who said, hey, there's this podcast that was talking shit about you and me specifically. And he sent me the link and I was like, what the fuck? So I checked it out. And it was this podcast who is like, it was barely brand new. So they showed me this like early this year, and they had just started theirs like maybe November of last year. And we had already been doing our thing for, 6-7 months already. And they're just talking shit about me because of the fact that I had a camera on my feet, but our podcast wasn't about foot fetishes. And like, I feel like there's only so much things you can say about it.
Yeah.
So you have the camera that's just doing its thing. Like, you can watch the feet, you can watch the thing and enjoy whatever the fuck we're talking about, period. It doesn't have to be, it wasn't created to be specifically a conversation only about foot fetishes. And, and
well,
so
that would be like someone saying, like, let's say you had an artistic podcast and you only filmed people's hands while they were speaking, or they only did like a mid shot, right? When it's like nose down to the chest and you see the hand movements, like that sort of angle, right? Let's say you decided to do an artistic podcast like that. And then someone in the hand fetish community was like, you can't have a camera on your hands. This isn't a hand fetish podcast.
Yeah.
Like, that's how stupid that is.
It is. And so she was just talking shit. She did say I have nice feet, but that was the only thing she said nice. She was literally talking shit about me. And so I talked about it. I was like, fuck this, dude. Like, because they were trying to do a foot cam podcast. They were starting to, she's like, oh, they're just getting all these views. Maybe we should do a foot cam. And so then they did do a foot cam, but it didn't pan out for them because we're almost a year later and they still only have like 150 subscribers or some shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I was just like, that's karma. Karma's only a bitch if you are. Okay.
Well, also you gotta like look at it, when people are doing stuff that the only motivation is money, not a lot of people are successful,
Right.
with that. So,
and that wasn't our goal at all. It just was the first show out there that offered that. Like, nobody else had a foot cam at all. Like, nobody did. If there was a foot fetish podcast, it was maybe two chicks on a couch barefoot talking. But from that distance, it wasn't like specifically a camera on your feet doing the things that I did. And so I'm proud to have trailblazed that with Jimmy. But I definitely needed to chill off that just because the attention that came with it, of how fast it grew, like you said, but like the some of the members of that community are very entitled and very rude and very disrespectful, and that's just not something I'm willing to tolerate for views, likes, or anything like that. So
yeah, I would say, as far as like, I've met a lot of people, in my previous lines of work with lots of different fetishes. And I will say that I feel like every single person I knew that ever had not a fart fetish, but a foot fetish was very dominant. Like, very dominant, like almost like a dominant, like, like a dom and a dom sub relationship type dominant.
Yeah. And some of them are subs. Like, they like want me to talk like to them like they're trash, and small penis humiliation. Like, literally, there's a guy who's on our podcast who watches the lives and is in the chat, and he wants to pay me to tell him his dick is small, like, on the live.
On the show.
On the live. Call him out by name. Tell him he has a small dick. Tell him to
hey, thanks for watching Sidefriend Chronicles. By the way, Doug, your dick is small. Bye.
Exactly.
See you next week.
Exactly. And he wants me to point my toes when I do it. And so, I mean, I didn't turn down the money for sure.
Girl, get it.
Girl, you should listen. It's there. I'll be like, Courtney, you have a short dick. and like makes him, he gets
When
all
God's
wet.
giving you a blessing, you got to take it.
You have to. My kids want dinner every night, damn it.
The
So,
opportunity has presented itself. Oh my
right?
God, that is hilarious. Yeah, I totally understand, like, not being able to handle it. I've only had a couple viewers get a little out of hand. My worst experiences are people that find me on TikTok.
Mm,
Those are my worst experiences. I had posted something. I posted a lot of fake fart videos for a while, and like I wasn't trying to hide the fact that they're fake, like they're
right.
clearly
I
fake.
remember you saying shit like, I'm just not
Yeah.
comfortable doing it yet, guys. Like,
Yeah.
chill.
And
Yeah.
then I've gotten more comfortable doing it. So if I can catch something, like I farted on the live one time.
Yeah.
And so I posted a clip of that, and everyone was saying that it was fake because my face was off the camera and I was making it with my mouth, but the microphone's right here.
Not
And this is where
here.
my ass was, not
Yeah.
over here,
Right.
And so yeah, I had some guy like he probably wasn't harassing me, but he was probably just trying to like rub it in or ruffle my feathers or whatever. But I had a couple people that were like trying to ruffle my feathers about, well, whatever makes you feel better, blah, blah, blah. And it's like I said earlier, like I'll own my farts, and like if I, like I'm not going to deny when I fart.
Right.
And I'm not going to own a fart that's not mine. I didn't
Mhm.
create that. I'm an artist. Farts are art, you guys. Farts
That's
are
why
art.
there's no art. There's no fart without art.
Exactly. So if I make a fake fart noise, I'm going to own up to it because
Yeah.
that is not the true art of a fart.
Mhm.
And if I make a beautiful fart, damn right, I'm going to own that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
come on. Like, I ain't got the time to be lying about nothing, let alone a fart.
Yep.
Rant over.
People are wild. Trolls are funny. I've like this
Trolls
one
are
troll
funny.
who's been trolling me literally since we started it. And he's like, he even went on Jimmy's new podcast just to tell me that they're good without me because he's mad that nobody ever smells my feet. He's all, the other girl let him smell. I'm like, yeah, that's his wife. And we live in different cities. And if we did live in the same city, it would be completely inappropriate for him to smell my feet. He's married. Oh my God. Fuck off, bro.
Do you have any like viewers or subscribers that would like stick up for you when the trolls would
Yes.
Oh my God, aren't they the best?
They're the fucking best. And they're like who I keep going for.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Yes.
you get me.
I've
get
literally
life.
had them defend me even against Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, if he was like being disrespectful or weird, they're like coming for him too.
Coming. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been so much fun. We have to do this again.
We definitely do.
I think like so I mean Ricky's obviously still my co-host, but I'm thinking of like, having people like you that are just like fun to talk to and open-minded about the subject and other subjects to like just come on more regularly because our fans tell us who they like. So
super down. Let us
if
know
you guys,
in the comments.
let us know in the comments.
You want me back? If you want me back, holler.
Yeah.
Your girl will be there.
And if you like to fart, look at Peter's here. Hi, buddy. Give me a kiss.
Hi, Peter.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I love it.
He's never popped up in one of my shows before. This is his first
time. He senses that I'm a cat person.
Yeah. You want to say
my
hi to
monstrosity is laying down over there on my bed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wake him up. He's a terror.
He's amazing.
He's a terrorist.
He is amazing. Oh my God.
He's funny. But he's also not funny at the same time. I don't have a phone charger anymore in my house. He's
Yeah,
been
so you
on a
can.
cord kick.
He's
been
That's
on
a
a cord
bad
kick.
boy. Are you
It
a
is
good
a bad
boy?
boy.
Are you a good boy?
This, look, my brick wall that I had laid professionally, he took off my push pins. So that doesn't stay up anymore. He's
Say
a
hi,
little
Pete.
fuckhead. Hi, Pete. Kiki kitty. Hi, little guy. Fluffy.
This podcast is turning into cat FaceTime. All right, you guys.
And gingers. Well, you can't really tell my hair's red here, but it is.
Yeah. Oh, it looks amazing.
I'm a ginger.
Well, make sure
bitch.
you guys follow Estela, the Bella, on IG and check her out on Sidefriend Chronicles Pod. I gotta figure out how to tag you on YouTube now that I can tag people.
Yes, you could
You
tag
gotta-
both
yeah.
podcasts.
Okay, you're gonna have
And-
to show me how to do it. Is
Yes,
it just
and
that
my
thing?
other IG handle. I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I should call this episode like Podcasting Farts 101.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen up, students.
Well, thanks again for coming on. I love you so much.
Of course. Love you
And
too.
Please come back. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.